episode here on Sunnyside Up Farms. How are we all doing? Hope you're all doing well, hope you're all having a good day. My day is not too bad, and we are getting on. As you can see, August the 1st has come around, well, August week 1, I guess, has come around, and as I say, we're getting the combines out, the tractors and trailers have already arrived at the field, and we're ready to go harvesting. So the sheep are doing fantastically well. Spoke to them earlier this morning. Ooh, that's a bit bumpy. Oh, bleeding header's on the wrong side now. Do I do what I want to do? If I whoop, Daisy. Good job this isn't an ultra realistic series, isn't it? Because I've just caused about £6,000 worth of damage, maybe more. Although I haven't said that, on a farm this size we would of course repair most of this ourselves. Right, it's actually those two tractors there that are making this job a little bit more awkward. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that there. I'm going to have to move it again. We used to have to do this in real life, because some of our gateways would be a little bit tight, or they'd be sort of onto narrow lanes, and then obviously the lane wouldn't be wide enough itself to put the header on. So we used to have to sort of kind of do this in real life. We had to get the headers onto the combine, then back the combines back up to the trailers, and then move the trailers so that they were out of the way. The only problem with that is that that header is going to be in the way, but we're not going to be in that. Oh, it's going to be still. No, I can get around there. Look. So yeah, fantastic start to the episode. Never mind, things don't always go as planned, do they? Oh, we have to unfold it first, James. There we go. So yeah, as I say, the sheep doing fantastically well, and we'll soon start producing some lovely wool. We do trail the straw. We are going to need the straw, to be fair, soon enough. So the pigs, I'm hoping that the next thing we get are the pigs. We've now got a bale shed, so it does mean now that we can bale and then put the bales in the bale shed, and we can store them until we get the pigs, which is fantastic news. I was originally baling every field and then just selling the bales, because they weren't worth that much, but it was a little bit of an extra income, so it was sort of well worth me doing, so yeah, it's as I say, well worth me trying to do that. Right, why have I stopped? Why are the hazard lights on? Oh, I see. I've pressed that. So as I said before, my record... there we go. Yes, it's making the game lag horrendously. My recording bar sits right across the auto drive sort of bar there where it says 158, and then I can't see it, and so therefore I can't change it. And if I can't change it, it means obviously the tractors and trailers won't come to me when I'm full, because I'm telling them I'm in a different field to what I actually am. So we need to change that to that one. Right, and now in theory they should come when I put the auger out, but yeah, so that's the reason why I was struggling there. But anyway, that's got that done. Yeah, so as I say, I sorted the sheep out. I've also purchased an extra field, which it's a small field. So the new wheat field that we drilled in the spring, that wheat field there. If you then carry on past that wheat field, you come to a junction. At the junction is a factory on the left. If you go left towards the factory and then immediate right, it's the first little field that's there. I will be taking you to it because we'll have to combine it. It is ready and ripe to combine. So you know we will be doing that. But yeah, I'm sort of kind of hoping to buy the pigs, but at the same time as well, I'm sort of kind of expanding the land that we have. Just picking up little fields here and there. This area here, I got to admit, I am tempted to plough that up and actually turn that back to crop, because that's quite a lot of field that we're not utilising and not growing nothing on. So I am considering ploughing that back up and putting that back into production. Now, the growing of oilseed rape may well on our farm come to an end this year. So the reason being is that we're getting now, we've got nearly 10,000 chickens, and they're eating an extortionate amount of wheat. So much so, I'm not sure for this coming year we're going to have enough. Now, if we haven't got enough, obviously it just means we're going to have to buy it in. But thankfully they do produce eggs, and the eggs are worth quite a lot of money. In fact, the eggs are worth the same as gold on this game. So we're going to be all right, I do believe. We'll put the auger out here just because it'll take them a little while to get here, and by the time they actually do get to me, then we'll probably be completely full anyway. So, but yeah, so as I say, they are worth a bit. So we should be able to afford to. Oh, he's coming across the field. That's unusual for auto drive. Normally they go round where your farmers did. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. Auto drive has never done that before, ever. Anyway, the joys of farming simulator. So it doesn't matter if you try and do an ultra realistic series, because then auto drive and courseplay do some things that you think you just wouldn't do that in real life. But anyway, yeah. So as I say, I am sort of because I've forgotten what I was saying, but I am purchasing land, as well as I do want to purchase the pigs. Well, that's what I was saying about the chickens. So yeah, oilseed rape is probably going to come to an end on this farm, and we're going to just be growing on these 4 fields along here. I think it's 4. I'll have a look in a second. I just want to back up so that he can come underneath. Right, let's have a look. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 fields. These 5 fields along this stretch will grow just wheat. Now we can do that, and you can do that in real life. That's no problem. As I say, you can do that in real life. That's no problem. Yield in real life would drop for a couple of years, and then it would start to too late, you're driving off. Okay, I'm not even empty, to be fair, am I? Anyway, you need an empty combine to go around combining you. Not me, that's for sure. Right. And relax, because now he's crashed. Oh dear me. Anyway, at least we'll be able to empty the rest of the combine into it. But yeah, so these 5 fields here will grow wheat, and that will be the wheat for our chickens. Now, I've said before, and I do mean it, these 5 fields down here and the chicken farm and stuff like that, they will be the David Browns, and this combine will be running these farm. Now we will upgrade the combine at some point. We will be, as I say, upgrading the combine at some point. simply because the header's not wide, and the more land we get, the more obviously we're going to have to harvest. The more our sort of time frame's going to come down. I might as well put the auger in, to be fair, because there's no point just putting 2,000 litres in the trailer and having him across the field. So as I say, we are at some point going to have to upgrade the combine. Just simply because we'll be getting bigger. The other thing that we need to do as well is we now need to start thinking, if we do buy the pigs, we need to start thinking about, okay, we're going to need another field, and in that field we're going to need to grow sugar beet. Now the problem with that is we can't grow sugar beet year after year after year, because the third year of growing sugar beet, you will get hardly any sugar beet. I think that's pretty much I don't think any farm has ever tested growing year after year after year of sugar beet. Might be wrong in that, but I don't know of anyone. But I do know that on the farms that I worked on, if we had sugar beet too close in the rotation on certain fields, if you had a sugar beet crop and then you had maybe a wheat crop and then went back to sugar beet again, that particular crop of sugar beet would yield to next to nothing. So the second farm that I worked on, they used to say that there needs to be a 5-year break between sugar beet and then the next sugar beet, and within that break you need to have at least one pulse crop, so i.e. peas, beans and that sort of stuff, and then a brassica crop as well, i.e. rapeseed, stuff like that. That was their belief, and that's what they did, and obviously they were sort of very successful farmers, and so that's what they've kind of gone with. But we can't grow rape year. Alright, I won't necessarily have to stick to the 5 years, because again, this is Farming Simulator. If I wanted to grow sugar beet in the same field year after year after year, as long as I do all the steps, I'm going to get the same amount of yield every time. So I could do it, but I'm not going to do it. Like I say, it's not an ultra realistic series, but I do like to try and be as realistic as possible, and I do like to try and do the things on the game that we would have done or you would do in real life. So as much as I can, I try to keep it realistic, but sometimes with the parameters of the game it's not possible. So yeah, as I say, but we need to start thinking about the pigs. We need to start thinking about that sort of what we're going to need for that. What does the pigs, what other extra equipment are they going to require? So they're going to require straw blower, because I want to get manure from them. So we're going to need a straw blower. We're going to need sugar beet equipment. Now the next year we can't, as I say, grow sugar beet. So then you're looking at, well, we could grow potatoes, we could grow corn, sort of stuff like that. So then we're going to need, corn headers, potato harvesting equipment, and different things like that. So it's not just a case of putting down the pigs, or it's not just a case of buying the pig farm and that's the job done. There's quite a big expense thereafter. Another rule that I've got as well is that if I want to purchase animals and move animals around, even to slaughter, to wherever, I can't now just do it via the animal dialogue trigger at the pen. I actually have to use an animal transport vehicle to do that. So I can't just, as I say, just go to the animal dialogue and then just say I want 60 pigs. I have to actually go physically fetch and bring 60 pigs to the pens and do it that way. So yeah, in terms of that, you're then going to need, as I say, an animal trailer. So that's another cost that you've then given yourself. So it's not just a case of like, we're going to buy the pig farm, because there's no point owning the pig farm if I can't afford to put pigs in it. There's no point owning the pig farm and putting a few pigs in, and then I haven't got the equipment to feed them, to move them around, do you know what I mean? Like, so it needs to be, we need to sort of at some point sit down, work out how much we're actually going to need, what equipment we're actually going to need. I mean, yesterday in the farm machinery sale was an animal transport lorry. So it's one that would have been used in Britain in the 80s and the 90s, probably somewhere. It's still used today, but certainly in the 80s and 90s it would have been used, and it was in the sale for 106,000, and I didn't want to spend 106,000 on a lorry, because again, it's a bit chicken and egg. There's no point owning the lorries if you can't get the pigs. There's no point, you can't have the pigs if you don't have the lorry. But at this moment in time, I decided, no, actually what we need to do is we need to save the money, and first off we need to raise the money to get the pig yard, because without the pig yard, like I say, I'll have nowhere to put the pigs apart from in the lorry, and I can't keep them in there. So but yeah, we're at that stage now where we're never going to have enough money, and we're never going to quite have all the things we need all of the time. So it's going to be a little bit what can I say? A little bit of sort of juggling and balancing and sort of selling. I mean, this rape crop's going to help massively. This, as I say, this rape crop is going to help massively. The rape straw may well sell, just because it will bring in a little bit of extra income, as well as the rape seed. But the wheat straw we will be storing in our shed, and obviously the wheat we'll be using to feed our chickens with. We've got a grass field directly in front of us to the right a little bit. That's where our grass field is, for our sheep, so we're able to grow grass or hay or whatever for them. So that's no problem. So we're doing all right. As I say, we've got eggs. The eggs are worth a lot of money. We'll soon have wool. Obviously that's going to have a value as well. It's not going to be a huge income for the farm at this moment in time, because we don't have many sheep, and therefore we're not going to produce that much wool. On the flip side to that, we've not got much sheep, therefore our little field is going to comfortably mean that at the moment we can keep growing grass, cutting it and baling it and storing it, and we'll eventually get way too much food to what we actually need. But by the time that happens, the flock will have sort of increased, because they would have bred, and they would have had babies and everything. And so it's a chance for us to get ahead. And also as well, there is a small grass field around the sheep field that I would like to get hold of as well. It's about 225,000, I think, that field. That's one thing about this map that I do actually really like. The fields are very expensive, but I like that. I don't like it when you walk up to a field this size and it's 30,000. You think, really? I like it when you walk up to a field and it's like that field is a small field, but it's like 250,000 or 225,000, something like that, and I sort of think, yeah, that'll do me. Like that's what I'm looking for. I don't want to just have things given to me. I want to put in the mileage and the hard yards to get hold of them. So that's what we'll be doing. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to some time lapse now, and then hopefully in the time lapse we can get this field finished, and then once we've got this field completed, we'll be on to the wheat field, and we'll see how long we've been recording, and then we might get another wheat field in as well. But as I say, for now I am going to switch over to a little bit of time lapse, so I'll see you in a little bit. Bye for now. And I'm back. I haven't done that one for a while. So yeah, as you can see, we've got the canola harvested, virtually. Just got this last little bit, the gauze to do in the corner here. And then that will be the canola harvested, and then what we'll do is, as they used to do in the 80s, and I used to love it when they used to do it as well, park the combine on the end of the field, and we'll return to combining tomorrow because it's now 6 o'clock in the evening. You know, back in the sort of 80s, you know, farms didn't really go, well, certainly the small family farms didn't go that late. So they would have worked till probably 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, and then that would have been that for the day. You know, obviously you got to bigger farms, sorry. Then you know, they probably would go later into the evening, probably till about, you know, sort of 9, 10 o'clock. But yeah, I mean, it was only really late 90s, early 2000s when, you know, sort of, or mid to late 90s when farms started to stay longer and later, you know, mainly because the technology and the lights and everything was there to do that, you know, so that sort of helped to facilitate that. So, but yeah, I'm really pleased with how it's gone. Actually, we've got this obviously a little bit in the tank that we've got. And if we click onto that one, so we've got an extra 4,000, so 53,000 litres. So we know that when it gets to the max price, which it isn't too far away from actually, and it is going up, but we'll get 123,000 litres for that. Our eggs are doing very nicely again, so that, although they're not quite at the top price, that's a nice bit of cash to come from them again. So yeah, we're looking good, we're looking okay, and that will, as I say, be enough to start us to think about getting you know, more, or start for us to think about getting the pig barns and what we're going to need, and you know, the equipment that we're going to need, what that's likely to cost, and then we'll know, you know, sort of where we are from that, and you know, where we're at. So yeah, as you can see, the second tractor and trailer, I thought at first got itself wedged on the hill, but I've got a feeling he's probably stopped because the header trailer's there. So that's probably why he has stopped like that. That header trailer, what I'll do is, off camera, for when we start to harvest that next door field, which will be in the next episode, I will move the header trailer into this field, and then it won't interfere then. But yeah, so I am going to leave this episode here. So we've got the canola finished and harvested, and it, you know, obviously means that we'll be able to cash that in as and when the price changes and goes up to its maximum amount, which, as I say, will give us nearly 300,000. And you know, we're well on the way. Then we'll just quickly have a look at what the pig farm will cost us. So, I mean, it's not a million miles away from our farm, but it is a little bit further down. But the pig farm's going to cost us 289,000. So we will just about have enough. That one's going to cost us 187. So, as I say, I want to buy this, and then sort of all of this around here. You know, it's all wooded as far as I can remember around there. And, you know, we can buy that as well, get that cleared. If it's flat, we'll be able to put maybe our butchery down there or something. You know, so we'll be able to have a look. What we'll do is we'll just, I don't like doing this and I don't normally do it, but just very quickly, because time is, oh, why didn't it, oh, would you believe it? I put the combine there. Right. Alright, where's the combine? I can't believe I did that. The combine's not there. Is the combine here? We've now got to hunt the combine. According to that, it's directly in front. But anyway, we can already see this isn't flat. Right, we should be in there. It is. This isn't flat. Now, whether we'd be able to flatten it or not, I don't know. We might be able to, we might not be able to, but I did get out of the combine as well, so I don't really know why I did that. But yeah, we'll put ourselves back. We will put ourselves back. Yeah, so whether we'll be able to flatten that out, but I would like to get the butchery up there if I can, because if not, the butchery's got to come down here, and that's not really that convenient because the butchery would have to come to this bit here. So again, I'll just quickly show you this bit of grass that we've got here on the side of the farm. So that house is nothing to do with the farm. Our house is down there, but here you've kind of got this bit of grass here. Now we can, because we did it last time, was that wire across here? Yeah. Who misses? What on earth's that? Anyway, but we can. We tried it in the last episode where we sort of put the floor plan of the butchery down here, and it did fit, and we were able to get vehicles in and out. So you know, it's something that we can do, but it's not ideal because it does mean then we would have to transfer the. Oh, we can't see from that one, so we'd have to transfer the pigs from here up to here, and that's not overly ideal. So yeah, we'll need to sort of do some figuring out and see what's going to happen. But anyway, like I say, I am going to end the episode here. So I thank you all very much for watching. If you haven't done already, please don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. It really does help my channel to grow, and it helps me as well. And I look very much forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thanks ever so much for watching. Bye for now.